How you doing today? For some reason, everybody's sitting on this side. All right, Cynthia, I need you to balance it out. Move over a little bit. All right, good. I want to read to you from Psalm 15. It's a good way to start the service as we worship God together. And I like the introduction that's given here. It's called A Description of the City of Zion. And what it is this little 5 verses is a description of the kind of people that inhabit God's kingdom, right? So what I want you to do is think about yourself and where you're at, and think about what God has here as He describes it, and see how you line up. O Lord, who may abide in your tent? Who may dwell in your holy hill? He who walks with integrity and works righteousness and speaks truth in his heart. He does not slander with his tongue, nor does evil to his neighbor, nor takes up a reproach against his friend. In whose eyes a reprobate is despised. You gotta love that word reprobate, right? You never use that. In whose eyes a reprobate is despised. But who honors those who fear the Lord. He swears to his own hurt and does not change. He does not put out his money at interest, nor does he take a bribe against the innocent. He who does these things will never be shaken. I want you to think about that today as we worship, as we enter God's kingdom, as we enter our own Zion this morning, as God is number one and we worship Him, and think about where your heart is. Let's sing together.
Holy Here at Brookridge, we have some great resources for you in order for you to find out more about the church. The first thing I want to tell you about is our Winter Community Guide, which can be found in the white basket located in the chair in front of you. This Winter Community Guide is a great resource because it talks about the different ministries we offer here, gives you our purpose and vision statements, as well as some of the upcoming events that we have going on. So definitely look through that before you leave. The second thing I want to tell you about is Unifier, which is our very own church social networking site. It's at brookridge-community.org, and on Unifier you will be able to view the different calendar events, but also be able to connect to others in the community. You're able to create a profile, have friends, write blogs, and join different groups. Once again, a great way to stay up to date with your calendars and connect to others. On the back of the community guide, it instructs you how to register, so definitely get plugged in there. The last thing I want to tell you about is that Brookridge is on Facebook. Have a Facebook account, check out the Brookridge Community Church page. You are able to join the group and get updates on upcoming events that are happening, be able to post on the wall, as well as preview upcoming worship services. So that's another great way to get plugged in. I'm going to hand it over to Tim, who has a few more announcements for you.
Good morning. I have a bunch of announcements, so buckle up. You know what I really need is one of those quarterback wristbands. That's what I need. Yeah, exactly. So the first is the Great Egg Hunt is coming up on April 7th, not March 7th, April 7th, the Great Egg Hunt. For those of you that don't know what it is, we're putting on a huge egg hunt. There's 10,000 eggs. If you don't believe us, look downstairs on the stage. You'll see like 12 or 10 boxes that are just filled with eggs. For the kids of Haverhill, we're doing it at Haverhill High School in the gym. So it's going to be a huge event. It's going to be awesome. We're hoping to get 500 kids to come out for this, but we need your help. If you'd be interested in helping out, we have all sorts of different things. We're looking for people to help set up the morning of, tear down afterwards, parking for both. There's 2 egg hunts, one at 10, one at 11, so we help parking people during that time. For someone who wants to be in the gym that likes being around kids and helping them find the eggs, we need crew in the gym during that. We also need face painters. If you're artistic or just like painting people's faces, there's a spot for you. So we have a lot of different openings that if you want to help out with the Great Egg Hunt, definitely it'll be a lot of fun. You will not regret it. You'll have a blast. I can promise you that. So if you want to check out there's even more jobs that we need. So you want to look downstairs out in the information station. It's like the big horseshoe-shaped looking box. Inside, on the left-hand side, you see all the information about the Great Egg Hunt. You can see all the jobs listed there if you want to take one of the volunteer roles. Also, we have baptisms coming up next Sunday. If you are interested in getting baptized, you can email the church at info@brookridge.org and find out more about that. Thirdly, Duty or Delight for the Women of Brookridge is coming back up on this Tuesday night at 6:45. So just a reminder, make sure, ladies, you have your homework done and ready to go on Tuesday night at 6:45.
One more time, we got kids.
No more football than that. We can call it basketball or Celtics. Celtics. Yeah. Okay, so bad. Anyways, finally, the last thing is that for those of you who don't know, we have an awesome student ministry here. It's called Identity Student Ministries, and they are doing the 30-hour famine coming up March 16th and 17th. And what the 30-hour famine is, it's put on by World Vision. It's a way to raise money for people in third world countries for food. And what they do is students will fast for 30 hours and raise money to give to World Vision so they can distribute food to third world countries. And what they have an awesome idea that they're doing like a huge night of it, and they're going to have tribe games and a concert, and they're going to do service projects. There's going to be several different churches that are all doing this along with us. There's going to be a sleepover here at the church. So if you are a student or you know of students that would be interested in this, definitely have them check out the station, the information station downstairs at the identity section, or they can talk to Liz or Ben Moore. They will definitely help them out. But if you know of students that are looking for a place to plug in, have them plug in. It'll be a great time. I can promise you that. I kind of want to be a student again. All the tribe game sounds awesome. That never isn't fun. So that's going to be a great time. So definitely, that's coming up March 16th and 17th. But you can check out downstairs for more information or talk to Liz or Ben Moore. But that's all I have. I'm going to turn it back over to Pastor Steve.
All right, I'm always excited to do this. This is the big Sunday. Throw that slide up there, Kevin. We got the budget slide. Check it out. Monthly budget, monthly received. Check it out. That's it? That's all you got. Now, yearly budget, yearly received, we're only $7,700 behind, but I do know this. It's a little secret I'm probably not supposed to tell. I do know this, that our expenses are running low. So in other words, we're beating the game on expenses, and so actually that number is a lot closer together. We don't track expenses, we just track our monthly budget. So thank you so much for those of you who have been giving faithfully. It's huge. This is the 4th month in a row that we've made budget. We're able to do huge ministry things. I've got a couple more announcements over the next couple of weeks about a special Easter offering that we're going to be having that's going to go specifically to some ministries here in the church. But this is huge. I'm so excited and thankful. I'm thankful to you as a pastor, thankful to you as a Christian and a friend that you guys are giving and making this happen. So thank you so much. The Easter egg hunt. Tim talked a little bit about this.
Sorry, you got me.
We are going to be having an Easter event like no other Easter event that we have had before in the history of the church. As you know, Brookridge has a heart to reach out to the community and especially to kids. And so this Easter, on April 7th at 10 o'clock, the day before Easter, we are going to be having an Easter egg hunt at Haverhill High School. We're going to be targeting 500 children. We want to have 500 kids at this Easter egg hunt. There are going to be 10,000 eggs. There is a special place, there'll be a special location for kids who are under the age of 3, so they'll be able to collect eggs. There'll be face painting there. There's going to be information about the church there. The kids are going to have a great time. And this is going to be the gym at Haverhill High School. Now, in order to make this a success, it's going to take 2 things. Number 1, it's going to take you inviting your neighbors and friends to come to this. If we want to reach 500 kids, it's going to take you inviting your neighbors and your friends. People who you're connected with on your soccer team, on the kids' baseball team, whoever it is, your neighbor, family members that have yet to come to know Christ, we want you to invite them. Secondly, we're going to need you to volunteer for this. Julie Strumpler is in charge of this. Tim Viola is helping her out coordinating this. Both Aaron and I are a part of this as well. And so we need you to volunteer to be a part of this. You can imagine how many people it'll take to reach 500 people. We're going to be inviting people back to our Easter service the next day. So we really want you to be a part of this and to invest in this and be a part of changing the Merrimack Valley. This is April 7th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. People are going to be asked to get free tickets so that we know whether they're going to come at 10 a.m. or at 11 a.m. And those tickets are going to be available starting on March 1st. And we're going to make those available to Brookridge family members first. But we really need your help. We're excited about it. We know that this is a chance to reach all the people that God wants us to reach this Easter, and we want you to be a part of it with us. So don't miss out on this. 10,000 eggs, 500 kids, April 7th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Haverhill High School. Be a part of it. Bring your neighbors and your friends, and volunteer to make it the best event ever. We'll see you there.
Guys, we really, I'll say it another time, really see this as an opportunity to reach out to people in our neighborhoods, to reach out to people, our friends, our family members. This is a great opportunity. Aside from the fact that, again, we need people to sign up, we're handing you a golden opportunity to invite your neighbors and friends to something that people will come to. They absolutely will come to this. At Haverhill High School, it's an easy location. It is going to be great. The plans that we have are incredible, but here's the deal. Man's plans are not always God's plans, and God's plans are always greater than man's plans when it comes to one thing, reaching people. And so what we really want to do is make sure that we expand beyond what we can even possibly think could happen. So please make sure that not only that you sign up for help to help us, but that you invite your neighbors and your friends, that you get involved, that you help us get to that number 500. We're going to be putting a commercial on Haverhill Television. We've got a bunch of other stuff going on, but we really need you to begin inviting. Tim has ordered 2,000 postcards. Tim, when are those postcards getting? Thursday. This coming Thursday. So the postcards are going to be available next week. We got 2,000 of them, and we're going to order more as of March 1st. We're ordering more of these things at the beginning of March. So we're going to have 5,000 of these things total. So we're going to have these available to you. So please do not miss out on the opportunity that we have to reach out to our community when no other church is doing this. No other church is doing what God has us to do. So let's make sure that we meet it and we do what it is that God has called us to do. Amen? All right. Amen? I'll do it one more time. Amen? All right. Let's play. Let's play together as Andy plays. But let's pray together. Let's stand as we honor God with our worship. Dear Father, we are excited about God. It's a 9:30 service. God, forgive us. Forgive us for not having a little bit more energy. But we've got, guys, we're going to bring it here. We're going to bring it here because you're in the house today, because your Holy Spirit is in the house, because you have brought your word to us. The Bible says that if we do not worship you, even the rocks will cry out. And God, I don't want to be a church where only the rocks cry out. I want to be a church where our own people cry out. And God, no matter what it is that you have for us, we always know that you're faithful. And so God, we are focusing in on this Easter time as the ability to reach out to people. And so God, help to break our hearts for people in our neighborhoods and our work, our friends. Help to break our hearts so that we can reach out to them, so that we can give them what you have given us, eternal life. And not only eternal life, but hope for today, a reason to wake up. So God, we pray that you, in our unbelief, that you help us to believe. We pray that you take all of these ministries. I mean, God, without Jesus, these are just busy work. This is just junk. But because of your son, Jesus, all of these ministries that we talk about have meaning, they have purpose. So God, help us as we worship you today to remember that you are number one, that there's no one else that gets glorified more than you. And that as we do this egg hunt, it's not about us, it's not about brokerage, but it's about raising your name high. And so God, as we sing this next song together, and we sing these songs together, we pray that we lift your name high. We pray this in your name. Amen.
This week, as we focus on the last two kings of this series, we're looking at David and Saul today. So our worship is going to be coming from the perspective of how David lived his whole life, which was to give glory to God in all things. So all of our songs this morning have to do with that. This first song says we're giving it all to you. So if you've got some joy in your heart this morning, I think we do. If we've got some things to be thankful for this morning, which I think we do, let's give that all back to God in our worship, how we sing it out. He loves the sound of every one of your voices. He loves the sound of your hands clapping together to give him praise and honor in his house. So let's do it together. Here we go. to just learn from David and learn about how he gave to God everything he had, even in his worship, even to go so far as to dancing around naked in front of him and just praising him. And we won't do that today. But, no, we won't do that today. No, just like that abandon. I think so often we miss that. And it's understandable. We're here with people. We worry about what people think about what we're doing. But just think about that freedom. He didn't care that people were looking at him. He didn't care who was around. He just wanted to give thanks and honor God for everything that he had done for him. And I think so often, I know for myself, I contain it because I'm like, oh, that might look crazy to people. But man, just give it all to him. Give it all to him. And as we've been learning in this series that there are so many things that take God's place and our value only comes from him. So the more we put him at the top of our priority list, the more our lives can look like him, the more it looks like we value what he's doing in our lives. So let's sing this next song that says, take everything I am only to be yours, Lord, only to be yours. Here we go. be in God's presence this morning. We're about to sing a song. This is Be Thou Exalted. And I think sometimes it's good to just kind of sit in God's presence, to take a minute to think on His greatness, to think on all the good things that He is. Think on His faithfulness and His love for us. That the plans of God never change. The purposes of God never change from generation to generation. He's always got in mind to use us for His glory. And Lord, we thank You for King David this morning. We thank You for Your word and all that was written about him and all that he wrote and poured out about You, God, that we can read, that we can put into song and sing Your praises. Father, we thank You for the opportunity to be here to exalt Your name this morning, to lift You up in praise. Father, may the songs we sing and the words we say be pleasing to Your ears this morning. If we're doing it for our glory, God, forgive us. Help us, God, to be only thinking about how much we want to give back to You. Father, we thank You so much for who You are. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Jesus forever, be thou
have a seat. This is a time during the service that we take up our tithes and our offerings. And so as you are getting ready to grab your giving envelope, which you can share right in front of you, or you're getting your checkbook out to write that check, make sure that you're doing that. You're getting ready to do that. For those of you who give online, thank you. I mention this every week. Sometimes people feel weird when that basket goes by and they don't put anything